Coming up on Double Take Sports Talk, 5 good minutes with the Watch Brothers. We will have your scores and stats from Week 9 in the NFL. We will have that for you and our opinions on the game, what stood out to us. We'll have that for you coming up next. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Double Take Sports Talk, 5 good minutes. Welcome to the show. Darren Watts here, on the opposite side of the neighborhood, on the phone with us today via Google Hangout. Say hello to Darren Watts today.
Yeah, I'm here. Welcome to the show, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to the show.
All right, we are here again. We are ready to do Week 9. Final stats and scores and what impressed us of Week 9. Daryl, you ready to do this?
Yeah, man. Let's rock it.
All right, let's do this.
All right, we start this off as the normal week of Week 9 stats analysis. We're going to start this baby off with the Thursday night game that was on November 3rd. The Falcons and the Buccaneers. So the Falcons pulled that game away big time, 43-28. Matt Ryan was 25 for 34, 344 yards and 4 touchdowns. Devontae Freeman had 17 carries for 77 yards, and Mike Evans had 11 receptions for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. The Sunday games, Steelers and the Ravens. Steelers lost that game to the Ravens 21-14. Ben Roethlisberger was 23 for 45, 264 yards and 1 touchdown. Le'Veon Bell had 14 carries for only 32 yards, and Mike Wallace had 4 receptions, 124 yards and a touchdown. That included that 95-yard touchdown off of man-to-man coverage. Cowboys-Browns. Cowboys blew away the Browns 35-10. Dakota Prescott was 21 for 27, 247 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott had 18 carries for 92 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Jason Witten had 8 receptions, 134 yards and 1 touchdown. Big game for him. Jaguars and Chiefs. Chiefs pulled away with a 5-point win, 19-14. Blake Bortles had 22 for 41, 252 yards and 2 touchdowns. Chris Ivory had 18 carries, 107 yards. And Marquise Lee had 4 receptions, 4 catches for 84 yards. Dolphins. Dolphins pulled away with a 4-point win, 27-23. Ryan Fitzpatrick, 17 for 28, 193 yards, and only 1 touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 24 carries, 111 yards, and 1 touchdown, still dominating the ground game. Jalen Marshall, 3 receptions for 59 yards and a touchdown. Eagles-Giants. Giants pulled away that win, 28-23. Carson Wentz, 27 for 47, 364 yards, and 2 picks. No touchdowns. Darren Sproles, 13 carries for 57 yards, and Zach Ertz, I believe it is. Excuse me if I pronounced that wrong. 8 receptions for 97 yards.
Okay, the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings, the 5-4 Lions versus the 5-3 Vikings in the NFC North. The Detroit Lions pulled away with that win in overtime, 22-16. Sam Bradford, 31 for 40, 273 yards, 1 touchdown. Top performer for the Minnesota Vikings and for the game. Theo Riddick for Detroit, 14 carries, 70 yards. And for the receiving end, Eric Beltran, 7 receptions for 92 yards, no touchdowns. Next game, the Carolina Panthers, the 3-5 Panthers versus the 3-5 Los Angeles Rams. The Carolina Panthers pull away with that win, 13-10. Top performers, Chase Keenum for the Los Angeles Rams, 27 for 46, 296 yards, 1 touchdown. Todd Gurley for the Los Angeles Rams on the run, 12 carries, 48 yards, no touchdowns. And for LA, for the receiving end, Lance Kendrick, 7 receptions, 90 yards, no touchdowns. Broncos. Next game, the New Orleans Saints versus the San Francisco 49ers. The 1-7 49ers and the 4-4 Saints. The Saints pulled away with that win, a big win, 41-23. Colin Kaepernick, 24 for 39, 398 yards and 2 touchdowns. Mark Ingram, 15 carries, 158 yards, 1 touchdown, and Quentin Patton, 6 receptions for 106 yards and no touchdowns. Next game, the Tennessee Titans and the San Diego Chargers. The Chargers pulled away with the win, 43-35 on Marcus Mariota, 27 for 43, 313 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Melvin Gordon, 32 carries, 196 yards, and 1 touchdown. He almost put up 2 feet, 4 shy of 200 yards. And Antonio Gates, 5 receptions, 75 yards, and 1 touchdown. Next game, the Indianapolis Colts and the Green Bay Packers. The Colts pulled away with almost a blown game, 31-26. Aaron Rodgers, 26 for 43, 297 yards and 3 touchdowns. Frank Gore, 19 carries, 60 yards, 2 touchdowns, and Goody Nelson, 7 receptions for 94 yards and 1 touchdown. Sunday night game, the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. Oakland Raiders got a solid lead on first place now in the AFC West, beating their AFC West rival, Denver Broncos, 30-20. Trevor Siemian, 18 for 37, 283 yards, 2 touchdowns. Latavius Murray, 20 carries, 114 yards, 3 touchdowns. And Kapri Bibbs, 1 reception, 69 yards, and 1 touchdown. And for Monday night, the Buffalo Bills and the Seattle Seahawks, the 5-2-1 Seahawks against the 4-5 Bills. The Seahawks pull away with that win, 31-25. Tyrod Taylor, 27 for 38, 289 yards and 1 touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, 21 carries, 85 yards, no touchdowns. And Robert Woods, 10 receptions, 162 yards and no touchdown. The Seattle Seahawks pull away with that win with the controversial call at the last second, or the last few seconds of the game, last minutes of the game. Seattle Seahawks pull away with the win. That is the Week 9 scores for the NFL. All right, the final stats and scores of the game. Daryl, what stood out to you in Week 9?
Man, what stood out to me in Week 9? I'm not a big fan of the Dallas Cowboys, but I am very impressed with what I see so far from the performance aspect of Dakota Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott. These 2 rookies are leading this team to a 7-1 record, and the second half of the season is already here now. Get ready to go into Week 10, and Lord knows what's going to happen. But for this point, Cowboys still looking real good.
Yeah, they are looking really good. We didn't even pick them to even win the NFC East. And so far, they look like they are going to win the NFC East with the way that they're rolling.
Yeah.
We
said Green Bay, didn't we?
Huh?
Who did we say was going to win the NFC? I don't even remember who I said.
It wasn't Green Bay, because they're the NFC North. I think we said...
I think it's the Giants.
I want to say it was Green Bay. No,
that's the North.
I know. I just told you that.
No.
Who did I say? I believe. There you go. You said G-Man. I said Washington.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, okay. Moving on.
Yeah. What stood out for me for Week 9 was the I'm gonna have a bad taste in my mouth when I say this. The Indianapolis Colts, a big road win to go into the bye week for 1, and for 2, not only did that win stand out with the Colts, it also put Green Bay back down to 3rd. And although with the Minnesota loss, Minnesota still retains first place in the NFC North. It's just amazing that the Colts stopped them from being possibly tied with Detroit for 2nd versus them just completely owning the 3rd spot. And the Colts came in there and they did what they had to do, although I did not have confidence that they was going to go in there and beat Green Bay. I thought Green Bay was going to beat them 51-zip, but they proved me wrong. Which I love for NFL teams to do, prove me wrong.
Well, they did. The Green Bay did dominate the Colts 13-7 in the fourth quarter, and they almost blew that game too.
Yeah.
So they Packers had scored with under, I think, 7 minutes left in the game, and then they got a stop from the Colts. They had the punt, and then they scored again, which made it 26-31, and then they felt the onside kick, and that's how the Colts won the game. Well, besides Frank Gore.
Yeah. I'm just impressed. They did what they had to do to get the job done.
They did, yes.
Although it could have been a lot worse had Green Bay more time, but I'm impressed with what the Colts have done. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, that's impressive work.
Yep, that's what stood out to us in Week 9 in the NFL.
All right. You can check us out on the social media side and listen to more of our podcasts, or you can follow us on Twitter at DTST2414, like us on Facebook, Double Take Sports Talks page at The Watch Brothers, subscribe on YouTube, and also subscribe to our podcast on the podcast app featuring iTunes. We got the blog featuring critical thinking and analysis. You can check that out at doubletakesportstalk.blogspot.com.
Okay, the Atlanta Hawks handed the Cleveland Cavaliers their first loss of the year with a 110-106 win in Cleveland. On
the road, good Lord.
Yep, on the road. Atlanta is now 5-2 on the day. Cleveland is now 6-1. Memphis and Brooklyn. Brooklyn pulled out a 9-point win over Minnesota, 119-110. Minnesota is now 1-5, and the Brooklyn Nets is 3-4. And lastly, but not there's a lot more games going on. Well, actually, it's just
they're still going on. Yeah.
Well, these are just the
those
final
are the three that just finished.
In the final game, Memphis pulled out a close one over Denver, 108-107. Memphis is now 4-4. And Denver is now 3-4, and Marc Gasol got the game-winning buzzer shot to win that game, 108-107.
Yeah, thank him for that one.
Yeah, thank him.
They should be on their knees for that one.
Yeah, that's a tough pill to swallow. And Philadelphia looked like they head back down the same road they headed last year. Started out the season 0-6.
Oh man, you really thought that they was going to have some potential with Ben Simmons and all that, but he got down with an injury.
I got 2 words for you on that behalf. Theo Epstein. That's who they need. They're going to have to pull a rabbit out their behinds on that one. They need him. They need him. Period. 0-6. Yeah, they need him.
You kill me. You kill me. Because you say the Chicago Cubs versus the Indianapolis Colts. And now that gives me 2 words, and that's Theo Epstein. Yeah. I'm done with you.
I'm just saying. It's that out true. They need Theo Epstein. That's who they need. They need Theo Epstein.
I don't care.
Now you know they need him. You know they need him. They 0-6 to start out the season.
They are.
It looks like they are not even making room to improve.
Oh, gosh.
I'll be grateful if they even could win a game before the end of the month of November.
But you know what, though? You sit up and we talk about what impressed me. Let me tell you what impressed me. The Hornets. They're 5-1.
It's not bad. Now they turned it around. Oh, I know what they. I know the toxin they had to get rid of.
Al Jefferson. Sorry, that's just me. Al Jefferson.
Not being funny, I wasn't thinking him. I don't think he was the toxin they had to get rid of.
Well, Lance Stevenson.
Bingo, that one. Oh, I am so disappointed in New Orleans. What is going on with y'all?
What's happening with them? What's wrong with them?
They just as worse as Philadelphia. They started out season 0-7.
Anthony Davis needs help. Period. Nothing on that.
True.
He can't do it all by himself.
That's very true. Well, I mean, they've been doing better with him. I mean,
I got a bold prediction.
What's your bold prediction?
For Friday's game, I got the Philadelphia 76ers winning against the Indiana Pacers.
That is a very bold prediction that I'm going to have to disagree with you on.
No, here's the reason why I say that. The Pacers have not won a road game yet. And I think that woe is going to continue down in Philadelphia.
I don't think so. If you want a bold prediction of mine for the Indiana Pacers, here is my bold prediction for the Indiana Pacers. The Indiana Pacers will not get past... Where they go? I had them on the schedule. I can't find them now. They cannot get past... Here we go. They cannot get past Saturday, November 12th game against the Boston Celtics in Indiana. Boston is going to pull out an upset over the Indiana Pacers at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. That's my bold prediction.
And that's what's interesting, because Isaiah Thomas happened to say that the Celtics, they believe that the Celtics are not a good team that they think they were. And at the same time, I look at it like this. He's right. They're not that good team that they are, but at the same time, they don't suck either.
No, they don't. I mean, look.
They don't suck either.
They beat Golden State last year when they went on a roll. They shut them. Well, they didn't shut them down, but they got them to a point where they put them in a position that made them uncomfortable. They weren't able to play their game.
Exactly.
This is going to be the same thing with Boston when they come down to Bankers Life Fieldhouse on Saturday night to face against the Pacers. Pacers ain't going to be able to handle them. That's my bold prediction.
Yeah.
I do believe they are going to pull the win over Philadelphia, which is your bold prediction that Philadelphia is going to win. My prediction is just that Philadelphia is just going to flat out lose to the Pacers because they still have absolutely no type of chemistry. Their 0 wins shows a lot in the reason why they haven't won any games yet. So I continue to see the woes of them not winning games. My bold prediction is that the New Orleans Pelicans will pull an upset over the LA Lakers Saturday night also. The Lakers are 4-3, and they are in New Orleans. I pick New Orleans over the Lakers.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I will pick New Orleans over the Lakers. I think Anthony Davis is going to have a monstrous game against the Lakers.
He better.
Oh, I think he will.
He better.
No doubt about it. I think so. Okay. Anything else?
No, I told you I was done with you. I'm done. I'm done with you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Double Take Sports Talk. Thank you for Thank you for listening to the show. I'm Darren. And on the opposite side of the neighborhood, Daryl Watts.
Yeah, of course.
Right. Catch up with us on another episode of Double Take Sports Talk. Until then, ciao.
Ciao.